Joi. Ajattelin, että vois tälleen vuoden vähän niinku lopettaa tällä lailla live-striimiin. Niin vois sitten niin mukavasti niin aletais vähän vielä noin. Mä sit varoitan, että mä oon viimeksi pelannut elokuussa tätä. Et saattaa olla hetken aikaa, että tottuu taas näihin näppäimiin. Päätäs, minne asti mun pitää mennä? Tehdään mieluummin niin pikasiirtymä. Näin. Täällä ei muistaakseni mitään ihmeempää kai oo. Ei.
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so preoccupied by all that happened with Ominous and the catacomb, not to mention my uncle's reaction, that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
Mä haluan mennä ainakin silleen niinku
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
No, nyt toi pitäisi olla kunnossa. Noniin. Tää tosiaan nää näppäimet elikkä... No. Tuolla tähdätään. Tuolla otetaan noin. R1 ei tee mitään. Niin mä teen yksittäisin näin tai sit pidän pohjassa ja noin. Okei. Ja. Vois ottaa täältä ainakin niin mutta tohon noin.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
No one enters this mine.
Eikä tää vähän. Mulla ei ole jo tarpeeksi noita. En tiedä miksi se meni noin ylös yhtäkkiä. Okei, se on pois. Ai hyvä. Ei enää Weekend Potionia. Joo, no niin. Katsotaan samalla nämä muutkin jutut tässä näin. Mä haluan ainakin ton arkun.
Revelio.
Tonne meidän ei tarvitse ihan vielä mennä, elikkä... Ai niin joo, tässä.
Protego!
Toi.
Revelio.
Ai, nyt me ollaan tää kirjattu läpi, hyvä. Elikkä, sit mennään.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose.
Mä ainakin haluan vähän tapella. Alepo ole helppoa kyllä.
Protego.
Ups. Rastetaan vähän. Ah, täällä on muitakin.
Bombarda. Confringo. Glacier.
Näin. Näin.
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
Revelio.
Okei, no täällä ei oikeastaan muita kuin noin. Sitten otetaan toi vielä tosta noin. Explosives. Noniin. Kato, ei varmaan ehkä tarvii
I should tell you.
vaihtaa.
Rumor is this mine was closed long ago due to an infestation of spiders.
How nice. Nothing I haven't seen before.
That's the spirit.
Ei. Katsotaas. Siellä ainakin yksi menee edellä.
For better or for worse.
Ja toi ääni on niin hyvä. Mistäköhän ne on napannut noita? Vähän malosliittiin. Haluan nimittäin tehdä niitä... oliko se Merlinin tehtäviä?
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
Tonne alas ei varmaan kannata mennä. No ja.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
Arviko ei pysty niin käyttää luutaa täällä. Pikkusen hämähäkkei. Onneksi ei oo arachnofobiaa.
Bombarda. Protego.
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want.
Noi on täynnä. Otetaan aina näitä muitakin mukaan sitten, jos niin vaan löytyy, että... Noin. Ja miksi tuolla on aarrearkku?
Revelio.
That ledge is awfully high.
Ja se on tuolla
Any ideas?
alhaalla, okei, jaa.
Confringo.
Ja saadaan toi mukaan. Ei talvia jotain. I need to find next item. Miten tää ei muka voi ottaa tosta kiinni, kun se on noin lähellä? Come on. Oikeesti. Mä joudun sen takia sitten niin Ei ku.
Must be something around here that can help.
Noin. Nyt se ottaisi. Come on. Otetaanko toi?
It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Legs, or the soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of
Tiputetaan nää alas. Jos vaikka niistä tulisi jotain, niin kolikoita tai jotain muuta. No. No tossa tuli vähän jotain muuta. Joo, noniin.
Revelio.
Mikäs tuolla? Käyn nappaa aina nää pienet jutut. Nimittäin noista tulee aina jotain hyvää.
Revelio.
Joo. Taas noit Vickenbelttiä. Ah. Vickenbelt. Vickenbelt. Ja sekasi.
Smashing.
Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Okei, noin vois laittaa sitä korjausjuttua.
Revelio.
Ja. Mikäs tuolla? Tilkroppi. Okei.
That bridge has seen better days.
Onneksi tuohon ei tullut näitä hämiksiä. Ne välillä vähän tahtoo tulla vähän piilosta jotenkin. Vaikka tommoseen pieneen tilaan.
Revelio.
Ja just tuli hämis sitten, just kun mä pääsin sanomasta. Mutta onneksi ei ollut semmonen, joka hyökkää.
Perhaps we can mend the bridge. Carol.
Näin. Muutetaan toi vaan takas vielä tähän näin.
Revelio.
Tuolla on säkki. Ja. Täällä oli muitakin. Vai nopeas hoidettu.
Revelio.
Enäpä toi tosta.
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that.
Ken toi haluu tonne, mut mä haluun näitä
All but declared war.
extra juttuja. Ai. Come on.
Lumos.
Mä unohdin, että oli tämmöset.
Revelio.
Okei.
Lumos.
Lumos. Confringo. Lumos.
Noin.
Lumo.
Täälläkin on jotain. Hyvä. Itseä. Mä en muista näitä tommosiakin oli.
Lumos. Lumos.
Toikin on unidentified.
Confringo. Confringo.
Mä käytin nyt turhaa tänne. Ei voi mitään.
Lumos.
Ei voi mitään.
We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
I won't rest.
Aisti, jumakaata.
Let's get this over with. Rather unwise coming back this way.
Väärä nappäin.
We're not finished yet.
Vähän isompi hämppäri. Mutta teet on nyt.
You don't believe you can defeat me,
Noin.
do you?
Toni. Vähän isompi tai. Älä nyt hypi sitä. Noin. Hiljaa se. Oikein meni. Noin.
We certainly cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap for a Slytherin.
Sitten vähän
You
eteenpäin.
Gryffindors don't have a monopoly on bravery, you know. A rune symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
Täällä oli jotain.
Confringo.
Ei me tarvitaan varmaan kohtapuolin.
Revelio.
Joo, tuodaan se tänne. Mä luulen, että mä en niin täpästä
I wouldn't be
tästä näin.
surprised to find a couple more rune symbols.
Mä luulen vähän, että ei onnistu. Pääläimässä. Joo. Pelitekniikka. Come on. Näin.
Confringo.
Revelio.
Ei, noihin piti tehdä, oliks se työntö, joku tommonen.
These runes must be connected somehow. Try casting at them more quickly.
Joo, ota nyt hetki. Vois miettiä, että missä järjestyksessä vois...
Wasn't expecting that.
No niin. Tää meni hyvin.
Revelio.
Aikanaan kaikki muut
Sebastian,
ennen kuin
I think
avataan
I
toi
found
viimeinen.
something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our
Okay.
efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something
Lasi
about this
seinä.
place feels odd.
Me päästään takas. Okei, täällä ei ole muuta otettavaa kuin tää nyt.
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery.
Sebastian, missä sä oot?
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganark was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd,
Missä me
to be
päästä
sure.
siitä
I'm
lasiseinästä?
fascinated by it. Now,
Yeah.
for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look.
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit.
Tonne.
Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Mornweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
A friendly goblin. He wants no part in Ranrock's fight.
A friendly goblin? You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
Niin sä oot
You don't know
suoraan.
what you're saying. Take a breath for a moment.
Oh, I know precisely what I'm saying. Unbelievable.
Kunnon vihaa.
Revelio.
Niin me tarvitaan... Katsotaan mikä on meidän seuraava keissi.
I hope Professor
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spin Witches as soon as you can.
Okei. Map Chamber, siis pääseekö mä nyt niinku...
Revelio.
Okei, se bugas vaan tossa näköjään. Näköjään bugaa vieläkin. Moi moi! Sitten mennään.
I wish we...
Täällä on joulukuusi.
My mother always was fond of me.
Ei enää paljon.
What do we have here? A demiguise. Revelio!
Mistä on Demi?
Sorry, I'm sorry!
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Katsotaan. Tuo kuulostaa enemmän oikealta. Oikealle. Tuolla. Missä se saa Demin olevan? Se on taas käytävällä. Häh?
Revelio.
Katsotaan nyt sit nää huoneet sitten läpi. Nyt mä jää hämäämään nimittäin, koska jos mä en... Ja sit se oli jossain siinä käytävällä jossain.
Revelio.
Alkemi. Täällä ei oo muuta kuin toi. Okei. Sen pitäis näkyä sinisenä kuitenkin sitten. Se oli taas kohti.
Revelio.
Täällä on ainakin tää. Tää meet minne? Noniin. Mennä. Noin.
Revelio.
Jos mä pääsen sammakon kautta. Okei, mistä on sammakko? Ei, aika monessa paikassa. Täältä.
Aloha Mora.
Niin.
Revelio.
Onks tässä huoneessa mitään? Ei.
Levioso.
Ei! Tässä nyt takas. Tää piti ottaa. Meillä uudestaan.
Revelio.
Kiva monsteri. Okei, tossa on tommonen.
should speak with Mr. Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
Selvä.
I think I know how and where to approach the centaurs while protecting the snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
Näin. Toivottavasti kellään ei ole niin ykäämisrefleksi.
Revelio.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
Okei, tehdään nyt silleen, että mennään... otetaan toi... Mikäs... Sneak away without hämällä noin. Okei, onks meitä... Okei, vois ehkä ottaa ton. Se on sellainen pieni pelastustehtävä, niin otan se. Eikä me joudutaan mennä tonne asti. Ja. Mennään tonne nyt, me ei mennä tunneliin kuitenkaan vielä. Puppy!
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is
I knew
this
it's
where
not
we're meeting the
Centaur.
centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
I'm not sure about this. I can't imagine they're fond of being surprised.
We don't have a choice if we want to help the Snidgets. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. I just... Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure it'll all be fine.
Tulee.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden
I...
Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
Okei. Kuukivi. Meni on...
I don't understand.
Onks tässä
So the
mukana
moonlight
se yksi
mentioned in the
kohta?
journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned.
Okei, eli me ei
I'll
nyt
let you
mennä
know what
vielä
I
sinne.
find.
Okei. Ja mikä meillä on nyt sitten auki? Mikä meillä jää auki? Niin toi on se figi juttu. Tai mieluummin vaikka toi. Outside of Hogsmeade. Okei. Mä mieluummin lennän.
Levioso!
Ups, väärä nappi. Noin. Teillä on muuten uuden vuoden suunnitelmissa. Meikäläinen luultavasti vaan pelailee. Katsoo laittaako vaikka livelähetyksen päälle, mutta ainakin luultavasti sisätiloissa. Mulla ei kauheasti noin raketit oikein hinnasta enää. Niin. Katsoo mitä tekee. Ehkä Call of Duty tai jotain vastaavaa.
I should dismount here.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
Yep.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Okei, laitetaan sitä alta pois. Eli 3 kanssa juttelua. Tykkään tässä, kun tää on laitettu tälleen niinku jouluteemaseksi. Okei, joutuu mennä tonne juttelemaan.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Sukunimi kuulostaa niin pahaenteiseltä, jos sen B:n sanoisi niinku vähänkin väärin. We do hope you will consider helping us with thanking us. We've given you ample time to reach a decision on your own, but we are beginning to lose our patience. Now your husband would appreciate it if you see the value Yeah.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Okei, Dibble ja
What a
Wilbert.
Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all along.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Okay.
Thank you for telling me.
Nimellä
I'm
yksi.
gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Noniin.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns.
Vielä
On the right
yksi.
track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Oh ja. Nyt ettiin Nati.
Revelio.
Tai kyllä siinä nimessä kyllä välillä. Tosta ei pääse oikein läpi. On näköjään käynyt jo availee vähän näitä ovia täällä, kun ei oo lukkoja ollenkaan. Ihan hyvä. Ihan hyvä.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
No. Mä just tulin tuolta. Mä tulin just täältä suunnalta. Come on, miksen?
Natty must be around here somewhere. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Jaha. Okay.
Revelio.
Päivää vaan. Et vaan sattuu näkee, ketkä meni ohi.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Hiljaa.
Revelio. Natty must have been taken this way.
Find her hideout. Noni. Niinpä tietenkin.
The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Revelio.
Kerkkä tarvitaan toi vetojuttu.
Accio. Door.
No niin. Ei ollut, etteks mä osannutkaan tehdä oikein tota.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Bombs. Ja Laura. Okei. Taas tarkoitaan näin. Tää meni niin
Let's be sure I'm not seen. Protego!
Tarkoitaan näin.
Revelio.
Was it upper or lower Hogsfield? Not to a word. What? Using that girl as bait? No one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her.
Harlow says her friend had been reckless, you know. He wants them alive.
Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Just keep an eye out.
Mistä ne tietää, että mä menisin yksin tänne? Ei.
Come to think of it, months ago I had a brooch. Nice it was. Sparkled like the glint in my eyes when I find out which one of you thieving lot stole it.
Mä haluan niin vaan alkaa sotimaan tossa näin. Sori.
Call out for me, all you! Get back here or I'll have you clumsy little fox!
Bombarda! Protego! Novice luck!
Quite conductive, aren't we?
Ah! Whoops. Noin. Tuks takas.
Bombarda! Default! Leviosa!
Häh? Ei tullu niinku kokonaan edes.
You little coward!
Ministry.
I hear you! Come on, you're afraid to fight back! You've made a great!
Rookies don't go down easy.
You're going to regret that! Bombarda!
Expulso! You're gonna have to stop that. I don't have
Oops.
Confringo! That's the best you can do!
barely felt anything at all.
Kyllä.
Bombarda!
Noin.
Revelio.
Ihan hyvin tuli. No nyt nää saadaan tosta. Mitäs mä löydän noin, mitä mun pitää löytää?
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
Ensimmäinen löytyi.
Revelio.
Sitten noin muut, katsotaas. Come on. Tää mulla on semmos, mitä mä voisin vaikka niin poistaa, katsotaan. Toi vaikka ja sitten otetaan niin tää tosi heikonlaista täältä. 97. Joo. 61. 71. 7. No niin, eikä tossa ihan tarpeeksi hetken aikaa. Noin.
Revelio.
En tiedä miksi mun ohjaajan tärisee kuin hulluna. Ei nyt siitä.
Leviosa. Revelio.
No niin. Miten jo, että tuskin toi nyt joku päästään mua minnekään tyhjälle alueelle. Hetken, eikö mä tullut jostain täältä? Ja mä tulin tuolta vastapuolelta. Okei. Okay.
That he must be here somewhere.
Iskoreipe. Ei mä tuon hetken päästä ennen näin. Mun pitää löytää vielä se yksi asia.
Revelio.
Eli tavallaan... Jos tosta menee.
Leviosa. Confringo. Revelio.
Tuolta ei löytynyt mitään. Kyllä otan nyt tämän käyttöön, koska mä en niin näe yhtään mitään. Ja. Ei oo paljon apua. Okei, mutta miten mä pääsen niinku...
Revelio.
Ja. Okei. No niin, hyvä. Nyt löytyy tuo puuttuva homma, eli nyt voidaan mennä tonne.
He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Nyt on löydetty kaikki. Money. Mikä tää laukesi?
Aloha Mora.
Isco rapes wand.
Revelio.
Ihan vois niitä toi... kirje, tai siis mikä se... paljastaa semmosen piilossa olevan kääreen.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Lumos.
Nyt ihan vielä katson varmuuden vuoksi niin nämä teidän sellit, että onks täällä mitään.
We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Jep. Kyllä aika monta asiaa tosta niinku tultiin. Kai kovin paljon pitäisi olla. Olla enää jäljellä. Tai sit toi luuli, että mä hiippailisin koko matkan tänne näin. Aiheuttamatta mitään.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Nutsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife, Miss Onai. Your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashbinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe, to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Syvä huokaus. Ai, mitäs meillä on nyt? Yksi puuttuu enää noista. Sky is the limit. Toi, koska mä haluan ton luudan kuntoon nyt.
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon, after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
Ja toi oli. Oikees, kuka sen sana?
Revelio.
Kuulosti niin oudolta. Selvä.
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. What are we looking for today?
4 tonnia.
You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you.
Myydään vähän näitä, mitä ei tarvita. Pitäisikö tehdä niitä tehtäviä, niitä Merlinin tehtäviä, niin sais vähän tilaa tänne tänne taskuihin. Okay.
You're all set with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but...
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details.
You know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right, I think.
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon.
Elikkä eteläiseen rantaviivalle.
Perhaps I could test out my new upgrade on the way.
5000. Se voi vaan niinku laittaa vaan niinku matkan tänne jonnekin lähelle. Ja mä en muutenkin niin skippaa osa matkaa, koska tätä väliä ei pääse niinku lentämällä. Mennään vaikka tonne. Otetaan toi. Hello!
You're weak, human. Why to drag this out longer than...
Bye bye! Easy peasy. Se tuliko se tuo ylempää sitten, joo. Tehdään tää myös samalla. Elikkäs.
Reparo.
Miten toi auttaa mua?
Revelio.
Päivää sullekin. No joo, näin se menee. Sitten onko se tästä? Ja. Toi täytyy ottaa vetojutuksi. Takas, koska mä oon vähän pelästyttää noita. Hello. Bye bye.
Much as I've been fighting since before you were born.
The war is over.
Eihän se yli. Bye bye.
Revelio.
Okei, tuolla on yksi.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
No, eli missä se kolmas nyt on? Alas. Ja sitten... Onko sitä ylhäällä? Ei. Hetkinen, eiks niin tulipallo jo
You
3?
are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rib and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
Tuolla.
That wasn't so difficult.
Yleensä ne on niinku melkein samassa paikassa kaikki, mutta nyt oli sitten jostain syystä ihan täällä niinku alla. En tiedä miksi. Oops.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
No hiukan joo, jos mä menen maata pitkin tosta. Monta reis. Ainakin nopeampi on. Ja sit mun ei tarvitse olla niin matalalla ainakaan. Et mä saan ton turbovauhdin. Ainakin hyvä puoli.
I see you.
Bye bye.
The castle must have been quite stately. The course looks rather deserted. I hope everything's all right.
Gryffindor, over here!
Hello again, Imelda. This course is a bit far from the castle, isn't it?
Obviously. Evidently too far for most of our classmates. Pathetic. They should be begging me to keep these trials alive, not running scared. I'm surprised our new 5th year showed up. I suppose I appreciate the effort.
That's actually... thank you.
I know I can be impatient, but I get frustrated by those who don't take things as seriously as I do. And in my experience, that's everyone. Anyway, don't let it go to your head. Right then, enough chatter. I'm confident I've posted a time you won't be able to beat.
Okay.
We'll soon see how I fare, won't we?
Testaas.
I'm
Onko se
ready.
semmonen mitä...
Get ready to
voidaan
lose,
ottaa hyvin?
Gryffindor.
Okei, 3, 2, 1. Joo. Tällä mennään ylös alas.
This is going well.
Ja just sanoin, että millä mennään ylös ja alas.
Now that's more like it.
Mä luulen, että mä joudun ottaa uuden kiekan ainakin, koska mä en muista näitä nappuloita. Tää kuvakulma on kyllä perseestä.
Say so myself.
Alkaa vähän tottua tähän ja jos kun mä sanon. Tiukka vasen. Oikein. Ylös, ylös, ylös.
This is going well.
Ui, alas, alas, alas. En tiedä, miksi sä luulet, että mulla menee niin hyvin. Joutuu vähän ottaa noin. Alas, 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 alas. Kyllä mä ainakin tuo ajan lyön, nyt ei siitä kiinni ole ainakaan.
This is rather fun.
Itse vielä.
That was quite something.
Impressive work today, but don't get too comfortable. I'll be on your heels in no time. My family's not going to believe the news when I tell them. They're almost as competitive as I am. Almost.
Do you get your competitiveness from your family?
You could say that. My grandfather played Quidditch for Puddlemere United. And my father, well, he was a chaser for Slytherin, but had to stop after a curse took his knees out. Said it was the Gryffindor beater. And me, I fell in love with flying the first time I saw the ground disappear beneath my feet. Something about the freedom you feel on a broom. I've not been able to stop since.
Will you keep running these courses?
I'll race them myself. Don't want to get rusty. But I won't be dealing with time trials. You're welcome to run them too. Anyway, hope we find time to fly again soon.
I take it you want to play for a team, but which one? And which position?
I'm my father's girl. A chaser through and through. You'd know that if Black hadn't cancelled Quidditch this year. As for a team, it's the Holyhead Harpies I've always dreamt of. When I'm finished with school, I'll try out. If for some reason I don't get accepted, I don't know what I'll do. Herbology, perhaps? Because if that did happen, you might as well pop me and call me a mandrake. I'd never stop screaming.
It's been fun competing against your records, Imelda.
It has been fun. Glad you're here. 5th year. Not bad. For a Gryffindor. You take care of yourself.
Okei. Niin nyt päästään raportoimaan näistä.
I should let Mr. Weeks know that this was his best upgrade yet.
Sillä aika hyvä päivitys oli, että nyt oli ainakin... Nyt kun olisi vaan tiennyt vähän alkuun, että mites ne nappulat menikään. Okei. Eli nyt mennään vaan takas tonne Hogsmeadesiin.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
How's my favourite test flyer?
Ai, eiks mun pitänytkään jutella sun mukaan?
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Siis, mä just tulin sulle.
You're back. Nice to see you again.
No niin, nyt sä otti sen.
Hello again, Mr. Weeks. I set a new record at the South Course.
Fantastic! Your broom performed well then?
The best upgrade yet. It flew beautifully, incredibly nimble. But with the speeds it now reaches, I can feel the wind catching beneath the seat a bit, preventing it from reaching its full potential.
Of course! Should have anticipated that. Exactly the kind of report I've come to expect from you. At last, I think I know what needs to be done for my final upgrade.
What will you do after the final upgrade is complete?
I aim to make Spintwitches the most sought-after shop in Hogsmeade. And I wouldn't mind getting back on a broom myself, just for the thrill of it. Couldn't be more pleased we made headway with the upgrades, proved the naysayers wrong, made all the hard work worth it.
I shall look forward to speaking again.
I'll be sure to send you an hour when I'm finished. Thank you again for your help. Couldn't have done this without you.
Joi. Saatiin toinen kuntoon.
Good for Mr. Weeks. Mr. Weeks and I do make a good team.
Mitäs meiltä nyt puuttuu oikein? Meiltä puuttuu nytten... Since I help Mr. Ray escaping the... Toivois olla ok. Sitten mä voisin mennä niinku tonne... Mennään käymään ekana tuolla ylhäällä. Koska mä haluan saada noin vaatteet. Tietää, että mitä kannattaa heittää pois ja mitä ei. Aika paljon niitä parantavia. Hyvät. Onks mulla täällä toi? Ja niin mulla oli vain yhdet tommoset. 99. Mitäs täällä? 82. No joo. 92, 103. No niin, heti nousee. Täällä on vielä alempana toi, okei. No mut saatiin vähän ylemmässä. Se on pääasia. Sulla on mitä täällä? Ei oo mitään täällä. Noit mä ainakin otan. Sori. No niin, sit mennään tonne. Näti, missä oot?
I have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
If she knew more about what you've done, I suspect she'd be proud.
If she knew any more about what I've done, she would never let me out of her sight again.
I'm sorry. Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders will avenge your father's death?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. My father would not want that. He and my mother raised me to believe that it is a privilege to be able to fight for those who cannot. I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is worth it. I am glad you seem to think so too.
What does your mother think about all of this?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She is an excellent seer, but I think it bothers her to this day that she did not see my father's death coming. She misses him, as do I. So I believe on some level she understands my need to seek justice in a small way. But that does not mean that she likes it.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been doing?
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes. Although he would worry as my mother does. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. My father never shied away from a fight for good, no matter how ruthless
Välillä
the foe.
keskusteluja
And I
vähän
think he would
semmosia
have enjoyed
pitkiä.
knowing that I had a compatriot like you.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed.
No niin,
Thank you
vihdoinkin.
again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Näin. Mitäs tehtävää me nyt otetaan? Me otetaan... Mä luulen, että me en ota tätä avainhommaa. Koska mulla on vaan yksi jäljellä. Ja jos mä etin sitä yhtä vaan koko ajan, niin ei. Mä mieluummin niitä teen silleen, että jos se tulee vastaan, niin se tulee vastaan. Otetaan mieluummin sitten tänne kokonainen tehtävä. Pitäis melkein katsoa jostain niin jostain oppaasta suunnilleen, miss kaikki olla noin avaimet oikein on. Menee muuten liian pitkä aikaa, jos niitä ei tiedä mistä etsii ollenkaan. Oi joulukuusi ja sitten tänne sivulle. Tuolla kuu. Ei se ollutkaan kuu. Ups. Nyt jos tulee copyrightia ton musiikin takia, niin haistakoon YouTube pitkät. Varsinkin justiin tämmönen klassinen musiikki vielä. Tää on muuten mitään otettavaa, ja kun mä aloitan tuon tehtävän. Ei oo, noniin. Fig.
I hope Professor Fig! The Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And
Mua
so,
häiritsee, kun tos
there's
mun
something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
Pelaamassa hahmossa on niitä vähän samankaltaisuuksia meikäläisen kanssa.
She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey.
En tiedä, olisiko pitää olla
He
vähän
liked her so
toisenlainen
much
tyyppi
that he
tuohon.
let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the Ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
Selvä.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black
Onko
to
se
change his
Kagawa
mind.
se, joka oli
Thus far,
talonmiehenä?
unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Selvä. Noniin. Niin mä en voi taikoakaan nyt.
Do you have a moment, Professor?
Oh shit.
Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only... you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes.
Yes.
Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
Really? Why can't we talk about potions here? Seems fine to me.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
When I witness what passes for magic in these halls, I simply mourn for the future of the wizarding world.
What could the headmaster want?
Gareth! Mr. Weasley! What are you doing here? Don't you have, somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor, yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago, muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? But, sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
Bye-bye.
Well, there's one for my diary.
Okay.
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children.
Headmaster, here, what could you want?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes! Mixed with, bubo tuber pus makes a fine, mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's. I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the Ministry.
Professor, a word? Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Please do.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't.
Hetkinen. Jos mä pääsen Great Halliin. Pääsinkö mä tästä? Ei. Siis hetkinen. Great Hall. Niin, tohon iso talo. Okay. Ja justi tossa. Mihin mä meen? Siis tänne näin piti mennä.
It's the headmaster and he's coming this way.
Bye bye.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
Little bit off. Kyllä.
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better!
Oh shit.
Professor, a word, please. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
I realize that, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
Koko ajan tulee vaan näitä kyselijöitä.
Leeway for Professor Fig? I shall never understand that.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Professor Black is happy with Scrope's performance as his house elf. There's no...
Attention, students. I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the noble banners of Gryffindor. I shall be taking no questions at this time, or ever.
Selvä. Kaikki vaihdettiin Gryffindoriksi. No niin.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
But Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
Just sopivasti. Mikäs toi pallojuttu oli?
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
I'm truly awed by what we've accomplished. The final broom upgrade is better than even I expected. Stop by Spintwitches when you can.
Taas jotain. Mikä toi on? Mikä tuolla?
Revelio.
Mitä? Niin se oli varmaan toi ovi ja sinne tulee aina välillä noita pyörimisjuttuja, jos se odottaa, että se aukeaa. Joo. Mä luulin, että sieltä olisi tullut niin se rehtorini vastaan, mutta onneksi ei. No, voisinkin tehdä tän nopea. Eli 15. Toi on... Hetken, missä noin nappulat on? Tossa ja tuolla, okei. Eli 15 plus 2 on 17. Eli 6 puu, eli 6 on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lisko. Ja kysymys 1. Lisko. Näin. Ja sitten katsotaas. Kolmipää. Sitten toi viimeinen on 9. Kolmipää on 3, eli se on 12, eli 7 puut olis. Eli sit siihen tulee toi ihme lonkerojuttu, okei. Näin. Eli sehän meni hyvin. Sitten mennään tonne Rexin toimistoon. Mikäs täällä? Robe. Okay. Aikamoinen matka täytyy tehdä niinku tonne Rexin tonne niinku työpisteelle silleen kamaan. Onks ne jotain helpompaa? Ei, katsotaan tää.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Tuolla alhaalla on jotain. Pitää mennä sinne sitten kohta poli. Mistä toi kuuluu?
Revelio.
Se on varmaan ylempää. Jaa, jossain ylempää.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Nyt mulla on noit taas liikaa. Sharp. Miksi se näyttää tossa niinku... Se oli joku ihme.
Revelio.
Ne. Tulee noita Vikken juttuja. Minne mä niinku oikeesti meen? Niinku tää on niinku kauheen pitkä tää niinku... meno täällä näin. Selvä.
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Toujours pure.
Pitäisikö mä laittaa varmuuden vuoksi niin itteni näkymättömäksi? Ihan vaan niin varmuuden vuoksi.
I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto. Revelio.
Tonne ei pääse nyt vielä.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time?
Apothecary receipt. Cure for boils one file. Juodas on kuppi.
Revelio. Aloha Mora.
Ei yhtään haittaa, jos mä vähän täällä napsin näitä juttuja.
Revelio.
Ursula. Earcap. Tää on varmaan jossain ylhäällä kyllä.
Revelio.
Kuinka ylläs tässä voi vielä muka mennä? Tuo kuulostaa läheltä. No niin.
That must be the pedestal. Where am I?
Professor Fitzgerald, can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. The first you will need is a cloak. In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
Selvä. Tosi kiva. Katsotaan löydäks me jonkun... Et käveleeks noin ees taas vai? No, ekas kohdassa mä en nyt jäänyt kauheasti oottelemaan. Vaikka toi yksi nyt kävelikin vähän. Ei. Ei vaan huomannut. Okei, hyvä. Niin on tämmösiä hiippailujuttuja.
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
This is my chance. Coming, Neve.
Mä kyllä katon vähän, että mikä näitten askeljuttu oikein. Eli yksi meni oikealle. Sitten se menee vasemmalle. Tiedätkö toi yksi vaan niinku tohon kattelee. Eli tavallaan mun pitäisi sitten mennä... Millä lailla?
I need to time this just right.
Okei, toi lähti nyt tonne päin. Ja tossa boksilla on heti yksi. Katsotaan meneekö toi nyt miten tohon. Menee tohon noin, eli mun pitäisi odottaa, että se lähtee tonne ihan vasemmalle päin. Noin.
I see. A staircase straight ahead.
Okei, sä menet oikealle noin. Tuleeko sieltä joku takas nyt? Ei, sä menet sit takas. Okei, eli tavallaan tossa on vaan yksi liikkuja. Okei. Eteenpäin.
ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there.
Mennään nyt ekana tänne näin. Minne sitten? Muutama siellä edespäin.
I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be? Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can.
Okei, eli tavallaan mä menen ton vastapäätä olevaan. Mä en voi vielä mennä, kun toi on tossa ovella. Mene nyt. Kuitenkin heti kun mä liikun, niin sit se niinku liikkuu takaspäin. Mistä vetoo? Se on heti kun mä menen tossa välistä, niin toi päättää mennä taaksepäin. Ei ollutkaan.
That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
Kato toiseen suuntaan. Kuolema on siellä edespäin.
Nothing this way, but more danger. There must be a way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. That doorway looks like the only safe way forward. Closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose.
Mä inhoan näitä hiippailuja. Mä inhoan. Oh fuck. Mun pitäis niinku päästä tonne huoneeseen. Niin siellä on vielä joku toinenkin niitä vielä katsomassa, okei. No niin, tuu sinäkin nyt tänne päin sitten.
Now's my chance.
Oh.
That's the way forward.
Noniin. Olisiko se tällä selvä?
Curious me. think I'm invisible.
Miis nyt? Eli noi ei nyt huomaa mua muka.
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them.
Kiitos, kiitos. Pois vaan. Pois vaan. Oi vaan kuolema. Mä menen taas vaan ohi. Ei haittaa yhtään.
This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
Se on ohi. Se on ohi.
You have had one death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
I've never felt such power.
Kyllä täällä on valmiina näköjään noin nyt laitettu, elikkä mä joudun sotimaan nyt vai? Okei.
Revelio.
Okei. Itseä.
Defender. Depulso.
Okei, ne menikin jo. Tää on paljon mukavampi silloin, kun pystyy niinku itsekin taistelemaan vastaan, eikä silleen vaan, että niinku sä vaan väistelet. Inhoa väistelyä, tai niinku hiipimistä.
Bombarda. Descender. Defender. Depulso. Defender. Descender.
Niin sitten on nää kisuliinit. Näyttää lähtee oikein kunnolla nyt. Pikkasen voimakkaampi tää toi. painoin sit väärää nappia, kun piti painaa depulsoa tolle niinku panterille, mutta niin. Ei ollut mun kohdissa, mulla on depulso yleensä tuossa vasemmalla puolella, niin nyt oli sitten oikealla puolella. Ja se saa siitä lisätehtävän tehtyä. Oikka! No. Laitetaan toi. Muutama. Go. Aika paljon aikaa muuten annettiin tähän tappeluun. 13 minuuttia. On kai ihan liian vähän sitten näköjään. Tänään. Okay. Okei. Siellä oli vielä. Noin. Se välttelee mua. Se välttelee. Mikäs nyt oli, oliko tää nyt 3. tehtävä vai? Alkaa siis. Mikä oli hiippailu? Oli tappeleminen. Miksi sitten nää toista?
Simple stone. This must be for me.
Finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
Okay. Niin, elikkä me nostetaan kuolleesta toi nijaama. Miksi se niin?
She's gone. Dear, sweet Neve. Dead. Oh, poor Neve. Gone so young. Dear.
Neve, why? Let us always honor her memory.
We won't be the same without her. May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
Se on selkeä sanoa, että mihin se kuoli. Kuolemakin lähti vaan pois.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
Okay.
But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should.
Kivan näköinen.
Remember that as you witness my memory.
Ja kyyneltä pukkaa.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong
You
hands,
saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Ai. Ilman lupaa vielä.
Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Revelio.
Katsotaan vielä, ettei täällä ole mitään otettavaa. Ei oo. Hyvä. Sitten mennään tonne.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed, was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
Noniin, siihen saatiin jo vähän tekemistä. Sitten voisi ainakin mennä tonne omaa torniin.
I shouldn't have reacted so bitterly about your goblin friend. I apologize. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece.
Weasley lähetti vaan tyhjän viestin vai? Mitä? Katsotaas. Mä avaan sen justiin. Mikä se muuten on? Se... Eiku toi on... Missä on toi... Tossa. Okei, se oli joku noista. En tiedä mikä. Bombarda. Okei. Phoenix Rising. Se voisi olla sitten seuraavaksi, mutta mä luulen, että meikäläinen laittaa tän lähetyksen niin kasaan, että ja tässä on semmonen yli 2,5 tuntia striimattu. niin. Mut hyviä uusia vuosia ja katsotaan mitä keksitään uuden vuoden aikana tai sitten sen jälkeen. Mut se on moi moi.